Hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. You know, they got us. They got us real good with this one. You know how many means and means and means. See, look, I was in the airport and the people came to me and they said, "Hey, we can get you on your flight early if you step up to this machine." Right? And they was like, "What time your flight for?" And they almost got me. They almost got me because I was running a little late, but I wasn't late. I was like about to go through TSA, and I had to get through TSA within like 30 minutes because my flight leaves in like 40 minutes. So I was kind of on edge. So they stopped me, right? And it was like, "We can get you to look in this machine and sign you up for facial recognition, right? And we can get you on your flight early. That next time you don't have to worry about, doing long lines. It'd be more faster." And it didn't dawn on me at that point of time. It did not dawn on me at that point of time. And yes, I was flying American Airlines, I believe, but it didn't matter what flight you was catching. They got these facial recognition devices set up in all airports. And how they get people is they offering them to get on the flights faster check-ins, right? And I don't think people realize like what facial recognition is. I don't think people realize actually what that is, right? Facial recognition, it falls along the lines of invading your privacy, right? Because once you put your fingerprint, your footprint, your anything out there, like if you like your phone device, right? If you use your fingerprint on your phone to get in, can't nobody else get in. So when you're giving people, when you're looking into a machine with your bare eyes and they're scanning your eyes, you are actually giving them you. You are actually giving them you. And this system right now is at every airport. And they almost got me because they said it was rolling it out as a test trial. And we rushing, and you know, and being nervous that we're gonna miss the flight, they almost got us. And then there was like, well, the setup, the setup was hold on one second. Turn it off. Turn it off. There was like the setup. There was like the setup was there was like the setup was like it's gonna only take us a few minutes. But by the time they was gonna go through us individually catching our eyes and putting our eyes into this machine, right? What else were they gonna use this for? You see, when they do things like this, you don't know what you're giving them. You don't know what type of DNA you're giving them, right? You're basically becoming a part of the beast of the system. They're basically putting you in the system. Like Facebook. Allegedly, Facebook was utilizing everybody information and their medical records and stuff like that. Like, because when you sign, you don't really you don't really read all the terms and conditions because you're jumping on the next popular thing. So the facial recognition thing, hold on one second. Let me see this. You guys see them hats? You see them hats? Look at this hat. Look at that trucker hat. Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys see that? Them trucker hats. Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys can get that below all my videos. Those hats are below all my videos. Right? If you want to support the channel, they got the merch, the coffee cups, the hats, and everything below all my videos. So getting back to what I was saying, hit the like button as you come in, drop a comment. We're gonna talk about this. So my experience was they almost got me. Like, where was I coming from? Where was I coming from? Where was I going? I was flying out to Las Vegas, I believe. Right? I was flying out to Las Vegas. And and I was running late for the flight. Now I wasn't late because I still got the flight on time, but you never know what TSA line is gonna be like, and you never know what type of situations you're gonna run into at the airport. So when you are entering the airport and you got your check-in luggage and whatnot, you got 30 minutes to get on that plane, you become kind of nervous because TNA can move slow, or it could be 1,000 people at TSA, right? So this Asian lady, she stopped me. She stopped me. And she was like, sir, sir, sir. And I was like, what? Because I was in a hurry. And she was like, I can't. She said, what time is your flight? I said, 30 minutes. She said, come here, come here, come here. I can get you on your flight in 10 minutes. So it sparked an interest because she's telling me she can cut my time and I don't have to go stand in the TSA line. Right? So we go over there and I look into the machine. I look into the machine. And then I stop and I say, hey, what is this? And she said, oh, it's facial recognition. So next time, she never explained to me what facial recognition. I'm wrong on that. She said, well, it's a new program we're rolling out where we can scan your eyes, and then next time you don't have to wait in line, you can just bypass the line. Right? So now keep in mind, whenever they come out and they roll out something as a test, right? By the time when you get on it and you start doing it, right? This is all part of the social credit score thing. This is all part of what's going on in China. So America is literally following China pat at what they're doing for us the social credit program, right? They already made a video where they show you guys where you can purchase things with your hand, with a chip in your hand. You can walk up to the machine, hold your hand over it, and you can buy things in the store. I already showed you guys that, right? It's people who getting chips in their hand. So this is where they're going at with these things. So facial recognition is here. If they can roll it out in test trials, it's already here. The satellites they got up there in the air, it's already here. The reason why they wanted you to wear masks, it was because they could get your eyes. They can scan your eyes. So we all been indoctrinated in the facial recognition program already, right? That's what the masks was about. Wearing masks, cover up your mouth, your eyes were still exposed. They was being able to scan your eyes to identify who you was. Remember, the military did 20 years technology advance than what they put out. Remember, anybody here remember I Dream of Jeannie? When the Major used to do Zoom videos back in the 80s, right? The Major on I Dream of Jeannie, he used to do Zoom videos back in the 80s. Anybody remember Star Trek? They was doing Zoom videos and all these different things back in the 70s, 60s. So when they exposed the technology, they already been and tested and ran it through trials, and they're 20 years ahead or 25 years ahead when they expose these things to society. So the mask, it was to make sure that they get your eyes in the sky. That's why while we was looking down at the phones, they had things in the sky scanning our faces. Facial recognition. That's where it come from. Facial recognition. Keep in mind, facial recognition. But that was my interaction with it at the airport. And I felt like the need to get on here and tell you guys that it's here. And it's a tricky way they do it. Why are you going to offer somebody to get on a plane faster, right? To check in on a plane faster to get facial recognition of them. So you're actually trying to offer somebody something that really means nothing to actually get them to give up their personal space, right? Salute. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this live. I'm going to continue making these videos and bringing awareness to things that we don't see. Next time you're in the airport, when you're walking, it's going to be somebody who's going to walk up to you, or it's going to be a crowd of people surrounding the machine. And those are the facial recognition machines. Those are the facial recognition machines. And those are by design. It's like the old Top game if you're in Las Vegas, where they got a crowd of people with 3 tops, and they got a ball, and they roll it back off, and they bet you, and they try to take your money. Well, they got crisis actors in front of those facial recognition machines to have a crowd to attract people to come. Salute. I'm out.